Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Monson Brewing Company, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Today is Wednesday, 26th of March, and as always, we are here to share news and headlines from our city, our state, and our country, to take a look at your comments, ideas, and suggestions as a community of English-speaking locals living here in Puerto Vallarta, or very possibly planning our next trip down to our city. It is a pleasure to see you. And as always, I have some news. I have interesting news. I have exciting news that we're going to talk about that have to do with the future of our city and El Centro and how it's becoming crowded and crazy, and what the city is trying to do to make things better for those of us that live here and for tourists alike. So let's get started. As always, I invite you to add a capital letter Q at the beginning of a comment if you want to share it with everyone, or if you want us to talk about it later on. And I encourage you to add a capital letter N if you're watching for the first time. If you are new, we will give you a nice little welcome. And if you're connecting with us later on in the day through the uploads to YouTube and Facebook, well, it's great to see you. It's great to have you, and we look forward to your comments as well. Let us get started with this whole issue of changes, because there's a lot of stuff going on. In a press conference yesterday, Mayor Munguía took the opportunity to speak about changes being made not only to the City Hall building, but also some of the government dependencies located within. For starters, the building itself will remain as it is during his 3-year term, with some minor modifications. The mayor's office, council chambers, press area, and general secretariat office are essential for the government's performance. But as part of the government's decentralization goals, the passport office, the administrative office, and other offices for civil registry, economic development, and tourism have already been opened elsewhere. What does that mean? Well, it simply means that there are a lot of people wanting to do or having to do paperwork of one kind or another at City Hall, and the offices are simply not enough to accommodate all these requests. And secondly, the government is trying to move some of these offices away from City Hall as a way to help decrease traffic and density in the El Centro area. And to that effect, there was a whole other news item where Mayor Munguía announced his administration will redesign the city center with the goal of attracting more tourism. Now, this headline involves some things that we have talked about before, but it is important that they're still on the table. Among these actions that are being considered and taken are the proposed installation of a Ferris wheel, a cable car, new docks, and new transportation routes for urban buses downtown. The mayor held this press conference where he outlined his 3 key visions for Puerto Vallarta during his 3-year term. Number 1, sustainability and environmental stewardship. Number 2, roads and mobility. And number 3, social justice. Work is already underway to revitalize the city center and urban transportation, to avoid congestion, to improve traffic flow, and to make things more livable for everyone involved and for anyone that has to go through the downtown area of the city. So, again, there's nothing specific that we can say is happening tomorrow or the day after or in a month or in a year, but it is good to know that in a limited 3 year span of time, which is what the government has to make changes, Mayor Munguia is still keeping these ideas on the table. So hopefully, given the challenges, because there's only so many streets, and there's only so many roads, we will continue to see more news about what's coming. I could tell you my hunch, but I don't want to get ahead of myself and I don't want to speculate. But again, it is nice to hear that our mayor is actually getting all this work done. Of course, we need to wait and see how much of this actually materializes in the time he has left to govern. It's 2.5 years. It doesn't sound like much, but time flies. So we'll see. And I think I must be rambling a little bit, but this is so important to our city. There's so much traffic and congestion in downtown area already. It's not even funny. But we're not going to worry about that because, ooh, Snarky Weather says today is a perfect day to buy flowers for your secret lover. You know the one I mean. Don't worry, I won't tell, says Snarky Weatherman. I have no idea what he's talking about, but I can tell you that we're enjoying 23 degrees right now. Humidity is at 61%. And our weather forecast tells us that we're going to have clear skies throughout the day with a high of 27 and a low of 13. Then tomorrow we'll have clear skies again with a high of 27 and a low of 13. And Friday, clear skies again with a high of 27 and a low of 12. And this, as I'm sitting here, there's a breeze coming in, and I'm chilly. It is a chilly breeze, and I'm just happy that we continue to have this very comfortable weather, at least in the mornings and in the evenings. Now, moving right along, let me set the rest of what I have put in store for you here. Bam, ba-da-dum, bam, 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 and bam. There you go. So, is mandala dot painting habit forming? I think it is, and it's very therapeutic and it's a lot of fun. If you ask me, if you want to find out for yourself, there is a workshop tomorrow at the Annex Studio and Gallery PV. You may recall that we interviewed our friend Carol Ann not too long ago, and it's nice to see how Carol Ann and her other teachers are keeping busy. So if you want to learn mandala dot painting, tomorrow is the day to do it. I also want to let you know that the cat is out of the bag as far as this session that will take place a week from tomorrow. It is worth to remember that Angela Kelleher and I put together Hands on Vallarta in very much a grassroots way, relying on our own resources and inexpensive or free software to do all our promotion, from the design of this logo to all the copy and the flyers that we did. So, in case you are an event organizer or would like to learn more about the roadblock that we took or the path that we took to put together Hands on Vallarta, we are going to discuss the free software we use to create promotional materials, how we streamline communication and coordination with both organizers and exhibitors, and of course with each other, Angela and I, the surprising ways in which AI helped shape press releases, ads, and outreach, and of course the lessons that we learned and insights you can apply to your own events and projects. This is going to be a fun workshop where I'm sure you're going to learn something new. And it's going to take place on April 3rd at the Joint Boutique Hotel. I also want to let you know that 40 different tacos, or 40 different taco types rather, will be presented by 15 taco places in Puerto Vallarta and Bahia de Banderas at the upcoming taco fair, which will be on Sunday, April 6th, at 2 p.m. This will be at the Puerto de Luna Esplanade, and it will be completely free if you want to enjoy different types of tacos in a crowded environment because it's going to be free. Well, this is the place to do it. And last but not least, of course, today I'm taping interviews with Greg Moesser and Derek Carkner at The Joint, more specifically at Cafe Rio, the coffee shop on the second story. If you want to stop by and say hello, this will start at 4 p.m. And of course, we're already keeping track of friends that want to come to interviews during the month of April. As you can see, we have a lot of spots available. So if you have something to promote, if you have an upcoming event or you're part of an organization and you just want to toot your own horn, you can do so for free. All you have to do is register for an interview. Now, let's see what's on your mind and take it from there. Veamos. Let's see. Veamos. Here we go. Oh, that was me. Lots of good mornings. Lots of good mornings. Let's see what else we have. More good mornings and more good mornings. Let's see. Barbara, you are you're going to the circus, San Pancho. Today is the circus, right? I hope you have a great time. I remember you told us about this yesterday. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Oh, there it is. There it is. I am totally excited about our trip to San Pancho today. Any recommendations? Well, it's been a long time since I've been. So all I would say is there are plenty of places, or there used to be plenty of places to grab a bite either before, before, because after, you may come out of the circus a little bit too late. But if you get there early and just drive through the main avenue of the town, Avenida Tercer Mundo, you may find some lovely eateries. Let's see what else we have. Logan says, what? A Feria del Taco right in my own front yard? Well, that's a no-brainer. Yes, that is correct, Logan. There is a taco fair happening right next door to your building. And that should be fun, I suppose. I don't know. Sometimes it should be fun. Just go. Just go. I know my tacos. I don't need to know more tacos, but don't pay attention to the guy behind the microphone. This brings us to the end of today's broadcast. Not a lot on the table today, but I'm sure that tomorrow will be a lot more interesting, a lot more exciting. This afternoon, again, I'll be at the Joint if you want to catch up with me and say hello. If not, I will see you again tomorrow morning for more coffee, more headlines, and more stories. Have a great day.